This is ridiculous, man. Like, this is all the stuff I have to pay so much for shipping. All right, I'm just gonna get after it. Okay guys, we are in Nashville, Tennessee. I've got a treat for you. Take a look at what we found at the Lane Motor Museum. Rob at Scale Enthusiasm gave me the lead. We're about 3 hours away. I had to go up that way for work anyway. So we're stopping by the Lane Auto Museum. This is a super cool museum in Nashville. It specializes, believe it or not, in obscure European cars. As soon as you walk in, you see why I came. This is the only licensed retailer of Tomica Limited Vintage in the United States of America. I was about to wet my pants. First, we're going to take a look at this wall that the assistant shop manager, Chris, all of these hand-picked American cars of all different brands. And initially, I was, of course, just itching to get to the Tomica Limited Vintage section, but the more I dug into these, look at the cool selections that fans of American cars, like 99% of the other collectors in the US other than me, will find if you check out the museum. So not only does it have the coolest cars to look at, but it's also got an amazing diecast selection. You can see, we'll walk around the little gift shop area. Look at the wall. Look at the just the variety. You get different variations of all types of cars. Check out this open wheel racer. Not a whole lot of those, so I don't want to lead you on. There's a little bit of JDM as well. Most of this wall is going to be really cool American stuff, like that Plymouth Fury right there. So we have Greenlight, all the normal cast of characters, Auto World, and Johnny Lightning. A lot of Johnny Lightning. And I was amazed at how current, look at this brand new Lotus Esprit in blue, how current all of the stuff is. This is not some older gentleman that has stuck a bunch of cars on the pegs and they just sit there collecting dust. This is fresh stock. We've got some racing champions even that is refreshed very often. The guy that I was talking about earlier, Chris, the assistant manager, he is a huge diecast fan, actually spent time in Japan, has a fantastic relationship with Tomica, and also knows how to pick some awesome stuff. Look at this brand new casting from Johnny Lightning. I forget what this one was called. I just saw it. Plymouth Valera, or Valare, my bad. Anyway, awesome car. Here's the Dodge Stealth in a couple different colors. Some stuff pretty hard to find, a little bit of a premium because it's in a museum, in a gift shop, but just stuff I have not seen in forever or had never seen at all. That D100, first time I'd ever seen that. Just an amazing trip. You're going to see some other videos from this trip of some really cool diecast places too. So stick around if you're not a subscriber. You're going to see really cool cars. More of these Jeepster Commandos and AMC Javelin AMX. Love the big old rear end on that car. What do we got? We got some holes and haulers from Johnny Lightning. No duds, no fantasy castings. These are all legit. A lot of them were in classic paint schemes like I like, you know, like street car versions or factory paint schemes. We're going to walk through them, and then out of the corner of my eye, I'm looking at the TLVs behind me. So as soon as I can, we'll get to those. But I know you guys like this American stuff. A lot of you guys overseas love looking at all these American brands. So I absolutely am going to do that for you. That's what we do on Twice. We show everything we can. And if you guys want to leave me comments about what you would like for me to show in the future that has been neglected, I'll gladly go do it for you. Happy to do that. My name is David. You're watching Twice Diecast. Right now we're in the Lane Motor Museum, Auto Museum rather, in Nashville, Tennessee. We're going through a wall of Greenlight and Johnny Lightning and Auto World, and a little bit of Racing Champions. Some brand new Johnny Lightning castings. You can see that amazing Trans Am, the Firebird. Love the brown. Look at the wheels on. The wheels are absolute money. If you can see these OK used car cards coming up, every one of those are a hit. How about that Firebird in white? Absolutely killer. The wheels are looking so good in chrome and the gold that was on the other one. And we'll poke behind a few cards here. This is the card art. I'm loving all of these. OK, it's a used car, I think like a certification that they used to put out on car lots on used cars. What have we got here? We have got a 69 Camaro Z28, part of that Barrett-Jackson line of high-end auto or auction pieces that sold. Really cool Camaro with the blacked out rims. I think that was a newer version of that one. Just had an absolute blast, especially talking with Chris afterward and just finding out how in the world you get to be the only TLV retailer, licensed retailer in the US. And we're probably, I'm gonna try and get him on an episode of Diecast Breakdown in the future. So wanna check out that as well. But right now we're looking at this Camaro, almost like an IROC look to it. Really cool wheels on that. Do you remember when those wheels were painted with the chrome on the outside rim? They just absolutely nailed that. Chad Reed and his group over at Johnny Lightning just cranking out some monster hits right now. Love watching the round 2 update videos to see all the new Johnny Lightning and Auto World that come out. If you're not watching that, you need to watch round 2 on YouTube. I think it might be round 2 Corp. Vintage Auto Cards is another series of cars from Greenlight that seem to like a high percentage of. Now, I am so digging this Monte Carlo right now. I passed up on an opportunity to get one of those white Grand Nationals back in the day from Johnny Lightning, and I think that thing is going for $40 or $50 now. That was a different casting that we just saw in blue, but it's cool nonetheless. A few more Barrett-Jacksons. We've got a really cool Bandura. Then we're going to make our way over for some Johnny Lightnings. What do we got? Mercury. I'm watching this, kind of getting my... there's a new version of that Cosworth. I had not seen that one before. It was really cool how he had them grouped. Starting to really dig all these 80s Mustangs that are coming out right now. You know, we've got 60s Mustangs out the wazoo, but some of those late 70s, early 80s that were just really pedestrian models, starting to get a little bit of love in diecast. All right, let's shift over. We've got this little island here. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. We've got some Burago, and that was kind of opening my eyes to, hey, maybe there's a lot of different brands here. We've got some Greenlight. All right, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to let you guys hear me gush and fanboy over the TLVs here. This is ridiculous, man. Like, this is all the stuff I have to pay so much for shipping. All right, I'm just going to get after it. All right, so Chris knew that I was going to be spending some money. He had his hooks in me pretty good at this point. Let's look at this parade of Tomica Limited Vintage. I've never seen a selection like this for this brand in the United States. We've got all the new launches. We've got that three-wheeler rickshaw. There is a really cool Volkswagen. There's your Mitsubishi Galants, I believe, the Colts. I'm not going to name them all. That's a 2000 GT, really cool Nissan wagon. That's amazing. Was that the Pajero up there in blue, I believe? There's Matchbox Man's favorite van. I can't even name them all, guys. I can't keep up. Look at these cabs. They're all just gorgeous. And you have 2 or 3, maybe 6 version of each one. That wasn't all of them. There were more out front, but that was enough for me. I ended up spending probably 2 or 3 months worth of my die-cast allowance on this day. Check out these really cool Ozettas. So they have all these other brands too for a really good price. That was a vehicle I'd never seen right there. I think those are 1/43rd scale. These are brands. Here's some Schucos, but there were other brands I had never heard of. Just such a treat, such a breath of fresh air to find this place. So again, thank you to Rob at Scale Enthusiasm. Rob loves this kind of stuff. He's in this area. He could probably tell you anything you wanted to know about this museum. I know he's been there, and I just want to thank you again, Rob, for putting me on and making sure I get up there. So we're going to look at a few other things as we wrap it up. We've got some, what do we got? We got some 187 scale and just amazing stuff right here. You see some Volkswagens, vans. There's a Type 181 thing. I know the brand Wicking or Viking. Don't have any of it, just not a scale I collect. But you can collect and you can find almost any scale at the Lane Motor Museum in Nashville, Tennessee. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. This is David at Twice Diecast. Until the next time, on the next video, I will see you guys. Hope you guys take care and happy hunting out there.